There was more to it than this, but it was changing music when we changed screens that we went for to begin with.
Okay, you put your laptop right in front of it.
Oh. Well, it's not about the visuals anyway, it's about the music.
Absolutely, it's what it sounds like that's important.
So, start with demo.
It's really mysterious, that is.
So this is clearly a piece of ominous music before we start, and then we want to change music when we change screens. This is exciting music for playing the game.
Okay. So if you go back to the
Yeah.
if you go back to the other screen, does it change back? Then spooky music comes back.
We haven't actually tested that, so
We start with the Jason.
sure, yeah.
Can I just ask, did you do any of the sound effects?
No.
No,
We
okay.
didn't get quite that far. But that was the next stage.
Yeah.
Because we run out of screens to do things. Okay, so
how'd you do it?
We extended the Jason. I might actually go wrong halfway through this because I didn't watch all of the code. I was looking through code on a different laptop.
Right.
We put a new key in the JSON file to say what the MP3 path was for each screen. And then we had to work out how to get the framework to switch when you switch screens. That's essentially, in a nutshell, everything that we do.
So we can see some code then. So title.json now has.
So the difference here is this music thing, which was blah 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 dark net. Oh yeah, we copied all the resources from this whole thing. So that's where we put them in resources, so blah blah blah. And then we gave the JSON this key. So the next question was how are we going to get anything to happen as a result?
Did you start with the JSON or okay, cool. I think that's a really great idea because you can define the music. Yeah.
That's why it worked when you went back to the previous screen.
Yeah.
Okay, so obviously my screen, sorry.
If you have a quick look at the state, because we had to work out how to do this, and the state object is fundamental to how it works.
Okay, so which part do you want to look at?
Would you go right down to the bottom? There's two methods, save and restore. And there's this bottom loop here, iterates over a load of stuff, which has been passed in. And we had to work out that it was this restore method here called on the objects that you're iterating over that actually does the switch. So in screen.py, which is the object that looks after the screens that you're switching between, there's a switch method. It just goes save, change the name, and then calls restore. So essentially all you've got to do is all you've got to do is write a restore method on screen, or modify the restore method on screen to do the pygame stuff to change the music. Yeah, and you're done.
Cool. So the actual changes were quite minimal. Minimal. But you just had to.
This wasn't the first iteration.
Yeah, absolutely. But this is good because it shows that you've not just created a big splodge of spaghetti code. It's really clean what you've come up with. I'm assuming you've instantiated this sort of audio system somewhere.
Yeah, it's
Where did you do that?
That's done at the end. Next file.
In the next file. Next.py.
Yeah, so you can see.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. You can see the earlier iteration there.
It's not very clean. But yeah, it's just
hang on, so
you just import pygame.
Yeah.
And it has a mixer.
sorry?
You just where does the pygame mixer thing come from?
Oh, it is somewhere. It's somewhere at the top. There it is.
It's on the screen,
right.
Yeah, mix it.
Okay, you're doing it in the init. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
It's,
Okay, and then of course you would need to plug in the events that we were dealing with, for example, like hitting other things and then attaching a sound
If we were to go further into sound effects rather than just music, as I understand it, you can only play one music track at a time.
Yeah.
So when you load the next one, it just obliterates the original one.
But you can overlay on the top of that other sound effects.
Yeah.
So
that's where you do collision detection and event-based stuff. We didn't have difficulty trying to get the screens to.
Yeah. Having seen what we've seen, I think it'd be quite easy.
Yeah. Cool.
Do you think it would be extensible so that you could, for instance, fire off an event if monster comes within X distance of player, fire off backing music?
Is there going to be an event, or can you
I
add an
don't
event
know,
to get
I'm
fired?
just asking, do you think you could extend it to that relatively easily from what you've done?
I haven't, or we haven't really seen that, unless anyone else has come across it. Because all we've really looked into here is the restore method on the screen object, which gets called by the framework when you switch screens.
We did talk about each object having its own music or something at one point, but that was, we never got this far.
Yeah, and this hasn't been fired by a classic. I don't actually know how events work in the framework at all.
There aren't really events as such. It's a slightly, I mean, you obviously got a major event loop, and you could create a mini event framework if you wanted. But basically, what it does is zip around and says update everything left and right. Now, within that everything, within say one of the character sprites, sprite class, which is basically where the action usually is. You could say, am I close to something else? Go D, which is essentially what I think you're talking about there by the sound of it. But that would happen within the sprites update, probably.
You could actually create, say, an event on the player, which would say, check to see if anything is within X.
Is this rectangle?
Yeah.
Yes, I mean that's a typical collision detection, but it's not
the obvious one is put it into our collect money. So it goes ka-ching when you go here.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about playing music within X of.
It's the same.
So the music changes as the mood of the game changes. You know, you're surrounded by orcs, so
Sounds
lots of
Should
orc
be,
music.
I mean, that should be feasible based on that.
Yeah.
Object.
Yeah.
Fire off,
Yeah.
play music, this one.
Yeah.
Although that might just play both sets of music at the same time.
Yeah.
You're only allowed to play one track at a time.
So what happens if you trigger another plane?
Well, it would start playing lots of different tracks, like a knackered jukebox.
I approve.
I don't know. Maybe that would be something that we should.
Actually, I think that's what our code did initially. It was the play. The play was inside of one of the loops, so we just got like ticks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Answers your question then. Okay. Group 3. That was awesome. Brilliant. Have you sorted